Hello there. I'm Ken. This is
Teresa. Hello.
And we have come to you before with some Lifewave videos talking about their new X39 patch. And we are going to do a little different deal today because the founder and biochemist, David Schmidt, has put together a video, and we're going to play part of that for you. And it is regards to exercise and the bad word dieting. But listen, because he says don't diet, so you'll like it. Okay, ready to play?
I'm ready.
Click it. Click it.
For those of you that are new to Lifewave, if you haven't heard about X39, it is our revolutionary product for activating stem cells. So go to our website, lifewave.com, and read all about X39. Also want to make just a general disclaimer that if you have a serious medical condition, you should seek the advice from your healthcare practitioner before using our products or any health product for that matter. Also, for those of you that may be here for the first time, we'll do a quick 1-minute overview on what our patch technology is all about. Now, our Lifewave patches do not use any type of drugs or stimulants. Instead, sorry, just looking, we're already getting a ton of questions in, I see. Instead of using drugs or chemicals, our patches reflect light. It's a phototherapy product, so it is going to be stimulating the skin gently with light. So you apply the patch just about anywhere on the body, and it's going to start to reflect light in the visible and the infrared spectra. So you can think of this as a really good example is how the sun will stimulate the skin with light and cause the body to make vitamin D. This is called photobiomodulation, which is the basis for phototherapy. In other words, we can use light to change the chemistry of the body. So that's how our products work. So the question is, let's say that you want to reduce body fat, build muscle, get in shape for summer, or just any time of year. How can you use our products and other strategies for doing that safely without any type of drugs or steroids or anything like that? The first place we're going to start is with mindset, because of course the statistics around diet and exercise programs are terrible. Most people that embark in a diet or exercise program fail, or if they do achieve results, they rebound and gain all their unwanted weight back later. So part of this has to do with the program they're using, but another portion has to do with mindset. Some people simply don't like the idea of going on a diet or exercise program, and I can't blame those people, right? Diets are not really a good way to go about losing body fat. So we're going to actually talk about alternatives to dieting tonight. But the first thing is, whenever you're embarking on anything where you're going to change your lifestyle, you need to have the proper mindset. And that is getting into a mode where you're looking forward to this change, and it's something that you're going to enjoy. For example, when I work out, before I start my workout, I always say a prayer, and I say, thank you for this time that I have. I'm so looking forward to exercising tonight, and please don't let the time go so quickly. And this is a way for me to get into the proper mindset of exercise. Now, let's say that you haven't exercised for a while. What I would recommend doing is setting a start date and make it 1 or 2 weeks into the future. Not that far away, just enough time to give you to put together your plan and schedule out your day. So in other words, using some of the recommendations we're going to go over this evening, which is really just an overview. There's so much detail on each one of these components, but you need to write down your plan and create your daily schedule. That way, you're going to be creating accountability for yourself, you're going to be making a commitment, and you'll know exactly what to do and when. So don't leave your diet and exercise program up to chance. Write everything down, and this will be a much, much better way for you to succeed. Now, we're going to start with what might be the easiest step, which is sleep. But it's super important that you're getting between 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. You need this time to allow your body to recover from exercise. You need this time for your body to make hormones, to go into anabolic metabolism where your body's repairing itself. So this is super important. You also want to make sure that your room is as dark as possible, because even small amounts of light can interfere with your body's ability to make melatonin. You may want to prepare yourself further by having a warm shower or warm bath. Make sure that you haven't taken any stimulants like coffee or energy drinks for at least 4 or 5 hours, preferably 6 hours before going to bed. And don't have your dinner too close to bedtime either. The energy that's required for digestion can interfere with sleep quality. Now, of course, we offer several products for improving the quality of sleep, and I'd recommend you try each one to see which one works best for you. But there is another option I wanted to mention that you can use with our patches. Many people today, because we're so busy, we've got a lot on our minds, and I know that for myself, I'm always thinking about things before I go to sleep. One thing that you can do that's clinically shown to calm down the mind is the amino acid taurine. So this is a completely safe and natural product. You would take about 500 milligrams of taurine on an empty stomach just before bedtime, and you're going to find that this is going to help to calm the mind. Now, the taurine by itself, while it will calm the mind, is not necessarily going to improve your quality of sleep, so it's best to pair that with something like Silent Nights. But anyway, that's just something else that you can have in your toolkit as a way to improve your sleep quality. And taurine, by the way, has some other benefits. Recent clinical work that I've seen is showing that taurine and magnesium taurate can even initiate repair of brain cells and produce new neurons in the brain. Okay, now certainly there are books and programs written about dieting, and we're not going to in any way go into great detail about this, but I'm just simply going to share with you what has worked for me. And but the first thing that I want to point out is this has nothing to do with calorie restriction. So reducing calories, of course, is one way that's known to reduce weight. But also, most people fail on diets because they don't want to be hungry all the time. So my first message to you is don't get involved in calorie restriction. Don't get into a program where you are reducing the total amount of food that you eat. This is a mistake. Instead, it's far better to manipulate your hormones and your body weight in other ways. The first thing that I would start with is intermittent fasting. I've been doing this now for 3 years, and absolutely it's one of the best tools in my toolkit for body shaping. And so I'd encourage you to read about this. You would start with, let's say, an 8-hour eating window. And the 8-hour eating window could be let's say from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. as an example. So you would eat all of your food within that window. Outside of the 8 hours, you could drink water. You could have vitamin water, which has no calories. You could drink black coffee, tea. Anything that didn't have any calories is permissible. But preferably, you'd want to drink as much water as possible. But yeah, you eat within that 8-hour window, and it has a tremendous number of benefits of tearing down old tissue, elevating growth hormone, elevating testosterone. And by the way, regardless of whether or not you're a man or a woman, when you elevate testosterone, you're going to be liberating body fat and then being able to metabolize that fat for energy. So intermittent fasting is definitely a tool that I would recommend, a tool and a strategy. Now, personally, I utilize a high protein, moderate fat, low carbohydrate diet, and I believe that the science supports this. In other words, our body is composed of protein and fat, and carbohydrates, as the third macronutrient, has been shown that is non-essential. In other words, we can survive completely off of protein and fat. That doesn't mean that we don't need carbohydrates. It just underscores the importance of proteins and fats. Low-fat diets are also, I believe, a big mistake because we need fats. They compose the cell membrane, hormones, and we can't survive and be healthy on a low-fat diet. Now, when you go with a high-protein diet, one thing that becomes necessary is to get additional amounts of fiber. So ideally, you would get this from vegetables. But if you wanted to take a fiber supplement, you certainly could. I would recommend a soluble fiber. This is known as a prebiotic. And the reason is that prebiotic acts as a food for the healthy bacteria in your gut, your probiotics. One of the big areas of health and medicine now is the subject of the microbiome. In other words, imagine being able to lose weight easily just by changing the composition of the bacteria in your intestine. So this is research that scientists are doing now and holds an awful lot of promise. But in any case, one thing that you can do is supplement either with a probiotic or with a prebiotic. I think prebiotics are actually better in some regards. But you want to get enough fiber when you're on a high protein diet. Now another thing, and this is going to be music to your ears, you need to take a cheat day, 1 day per week. So as an example, make Sunday your cheat day when you're not exercising and you're not going to be intermittent fasting. The reason for this is, and I had this discussion actually with Dr. Mercola, who later came out with a book on this subject, the body will tend to accommodate. The metabolism will change in response to intermittent fasting and whatever type of nutrition strategy you're implementing, such as high protein, moderate fat. So Sunday would be a day when you would load up on carbohydrates. And this prevents your body from adapting and allows you to continue to make results. Now, of course, when we're talking about body shaping, no discussion would be complete unless we discuss exercise.
Picture. Okay.
Okay.
We have watched this thing several times trying to get ready to do this, and every time I pick up something different. And it's just interesting, and if you think about how he's telling you to do this, completely different than going to the weight loss places and things. So
Not typical diet you have in mind.
Yep, it's all in your head.
Yeah.
So make your head work for you instead of against you.
Make a plan.
Yeah, make a
Write
plan.
down everything.
He said make a schedule and make yourself accountable. Maybe you're one of those people that have to have help. So get yourself an accountability partner.
You need me.
I'll be your accountability partner. And just make it work. Just somebody to ask you, did you do what you were supposed to do today? And make it happen.
He mentioned also about different patches to use. Like I use X39 still. I use Alavida for my skin. You use Silent
I
Night,
do
right?
Silent Night.
X39 too.
Yep, listening to this. He's also got EM patch in there, Carnosine patch, energy patches, and then the stuff off the shelf taurine. So take a look. Like I said, I've watched this several times and still pick up something. So turn this off, come back tomorrow, look at it again. Pick up some more points, pick up some more ideas. But keep watching, keep going. And we'll be back again later and have part 2.
Second part. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Good luck.